Then it's the case of porcelain dolls being left on people's doorsteps. Take a look at these things. Creepy to you? Well, it turns out what seemed like something out of a horror movie was just a kind gesture. So how did it end up so creepy? Our Gen Experts panel is weighing in. Coming up. Here they come.
And welcome back. Well, it turns out the porcelain dolls left at the homes of 8 families in Orange County, California, were just a gesture of goodwill. Police say a local woman who goes to church with the families was simply cleaning out her doll collection, and she's embarrassed by all of the negative attention. It got a lot of us talking, but now we're wondering what in the world happened here and what went wrong, and how did a kind gesture end up so creepy in the first place? Our Gen Expert panel is here now to help sort it all out. New York Post columnist Jennifer Wright is here, social media expert Kris and comedian Ryan Reese join us all to talk about it. Nice to see you guys this morning. All right, so, I mean, are we just so cynical now that we just can't appreciate a kind gesture like that? Is that what happened here?
Well, I mean, I may be a very anxious person, but I'd be terrified. I mean, I feel like anything involving children, if there's something strange showing up on your doorstep, that's something that worries.
But the social media component here, too, Kris, was a big issue, because people are like, what's going on with this thing? There's creepy dolls showing up, and then it's sort of the mob mentality, right? Everyone jumps on top.
Yep, we're back with the mob mentality again, and it was really, really creepy. I think the whole thing did get blown out of proportion, considering all the other things that are happening right now in the world. However, I mean, if she really wanted to do it differently, why not leave a note on their doors?
Ryan, if you saw a creepy doll that looked like you, and you opened the door, and it was staring back at you and looked like you, because that was what these dolls did. They looked like the kids of these parents when they opened the door. What would you think if you opened it?
Well, I mean, first off, I completely relate to this story just because I feel bad for the woman. I know when I'm leaving my extra bloody knives around on people's doorstep, right. I'm like, what? You don't get it's a gift?
Right. It's so sweet. It's a sweet gesture that you give the kids.
Well, what about the kids? I mean, she gave the dolls that look like the kids, right?
Right.
What kids look like that? Have you seen those creepy dolls?
The one, yeah, looks like a porcelain, I don't even want to say it on national television. No, take a look here. We're going to scroll through it. It's the one, there it is, like that. Your kid looks like that. We just quickly move.
Yeah, you got bigger problems than someone trying to kill your kid.
But she could have left a note, right?
Yes, yeah. This all could have been solved by her leaving a nice note saying, I found this doll, thought your child would appreciate it.
But instead, it's just a creepy doll on the doorstep. We saw this story, and we hear, celebrities, child celebrities are often seen as role models, right? Kids have them up on their walls as posters. Well, this Nickelodeon star has said that she doesn't want to have anything to do with Child Stardom and that she's not a role model. This is Jeanette McCurdy. She's the co-star of Nickelodeon's recently canceled Sam and Cat show. I know you were a big fan of that show, Ryan.
Huge. I sit there with my doll and just watch it.
Right, rock back and forth. Well, she took to Twitter and she wrote out this saying that she's not a role model, and she actually put this out on Reddit. She says, I'm not a role model. I don't claim to be. I don't want to be, and I don't want to be. In order to be thought of as a real, true role model, I believe you have to know a person and their actions inside and out. Calling a celebrity a role model is like calling a stranger a role model, sort of embracing her Nickelodeon star status. What do you say about this?
I mean, listen, I think she's completely wrong. I think posting, again, the racy Instagram selfies has to go if you're going to be in the public limelight. I mean, how many times do we need to see this again and again? You are a role model, especially if you're on Nickelodeon and have a younger audience watching you. You know, if you don't want parents, like, furious with you, why are you still posting these, really racy photos?
Yeah, Jennifer, this was the selfie. Here we go. Here she is on Nickelodeon, and here she posted these sort of racy photos. Is that racy?
Well,
is it really that racy?
It was racy.
Oh, it's a little... Okay,
you're not seeing the bottom of it.
But so, she's, I guess, embracing her womanhood, and she was basically saying, hey, what's wrong with me showing off my body? I've worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I also feel like, can't we find better role models for our children than 22-year-olds who are acting on Disney shows? Can't we get them to look to Martin Luther King or Mother Teresa or any of the men and women defending this country? Do we really have to look to a 22-year-old who has a really fun job and seems good at it, but I don't know that she's necessarily accomplished enough to be called a role model to begin with.
Is she a role model?
Well, yeah, I know. That's really gutsy saying that she's a role model. Your show got canceled. You're not a star. Let's be honest.
You're out of work.
Yeah, I don't want to be looked up to. No one wants to look at you. Your show was canceled. Do you understand that?
And then she's putting it out on Instagram to try to get, a little maybe a post-career move.
Rookie.
It could have also been canceled because of, the raciness of these photos. I'm sure that has something to do with it.
Yeah, but you got to up your game. I mean, like Miley Cyrus twerked, right? Justin got arrested. You wrote a letter on Reddit.
Hey, that's the future, man. Writing a letter on Reddit. That's where all the kids are hanging out, I guess. Ryan, Jennifer, and Kris, great to see you this morning. And thanks for sending me that doll, by the way.
Oh, you got it, buddy. Look just like you.
Thanks. Coming up here on the show, breaking now, the U.S. Embassy in Tripoli shut down. Everyone inside evacuated, and the area deemed too dangerous for them to stay. Fox News all over this. We'll have developing details.
This is the age of knowing what you're made of. Why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. Ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.